The last echo of humanity in the endless dark of space. A single cryopod floated among broken metal and forgotten ships. Inside it, a man slept for centuries. The last human, Captain Arin Vale. When the pod finally opened, cold air escaped like a whisper from the past. Arin's eyes slowly opened, his body weak, his memories blurred. He looked around and saw nothing but stars and silence. His ship's AI came online, its voice quiet and tired. "Captain Arin Vale, system reboot complete. Mission failed, humanity lost." The words hit him harder than any explosion. He tried to speak, but no words came. Only pain and disbelief. The galaxy had moved on, and humanity was nothing but a forgotten story. Arin walked through the empty halls of his ship. The solace touching the cold walls. Each step echoed like a ghost's heartbeat. Old screens showed battle reports, names of worlds that no longer existed. He saw images of Earth, burning, fading, gone. A single tear fell, not from sadness alone, but from the weight of being the last. Then the AI spoke again. "Captain, there is one signal nearby, unknown origin." Arin hesitated. His instincts waking up, he sat in the pilot's seat, hands trembling as he activated the controls. The engines roared weakly, but the ship moved. He looked at the stars and whispered, "If humanity is gone, then I will make the galaxy remember us." As the solace moved through the dark, a silent signal spread through the void and far away. Something ancient and powerful heard it and woke up. The ghost signal. The signal from Arin's ship moved across the galaxy like a ghost whisper. It reached old satellites, broken beacons, and long-dead war machines for centuries. No one had heard a human voice now. That one signal made empires tremble on the planet Zera, deep in the command hall of the Vorn Dominion. Alarms began to flash. The alien commander, Kareth, looked at the data with disbelief. "This can't be real," he said. "Humans were destroyed 1,000 years ago." Yet the signal carried something only humans could create. A human heartbeat code. Every beat sounded like thunder in his mind, far away. Arin sat inside his ship. Unaware of the storm he had started, he was repairing broken systems, connecting power lines with his shaking hands. The ship's AI spoke softly. "Warning, multiple signals detected. Foreign technology approaching." Arin looked at the screen and saw movement, fleets changing course. All coming his way. He smiled slightly. "So, they still fear us." Kareth prepared his fleet, his ships shining like blades in the dark. He sent orders. "Find that human signal. Erase it before the galaxy remembers what fear means." But deep inside, he felt something he hadn't felt in years: doubt. Meanwhile, Arin opened the old war logs, watching recordings of the last human battles. He listened to the final words of soldiers who never gave up. Something inside him awakened, something fierce and alive. He whispered to himself, "They erased our name, but not our will." Outside his ship, the stars flickered as enemy ships arrived, and the silent war of one man against the galaxy was about to begin. The hunter and the ghost. The stars around Arin's ship grew bright with enemy lights. Dozens of alien warships entered the system. Silent and waiting, they moved like hunters, ready to destroy the last trace of humanity. But Arin was not afraid. He had fought worse battles before, inside the Solace. Arin reactivated stealth fields and rebuilt ancient defense drones. Every move was quiet, careful, precise. The AI spoke. "Captain, the enemy fleet is scanning for us." Arin replied calmly. "Let them look. They will find only ghosts." Commander Kareth watched his scanners carefully. "There is nothing here," his second officer said, confused. Kareth frowned. "Then why does it feel like we are being watched?" Suddenly, one of the alien ships exploded without warning. Then another vanished from the radar. No sound, no trace, only silence. Panic spread through the fleet. Invisible minds, old human technology, had activated. Kareth shouted, "Find the human! End this now!" But it was too late. From the darkness, Arin's voice came through the comms, calm and cold. "You should have left us in peace." Kareth's heart froze. The sound of that human voice, strong, proud, unbroken, it echoed through every ship for a moment. The mighty alien fleet felt something they had not felt in centuries. Fear. Arin watched from his cockpit as the ships retreated. He whispered, "You wanted to forget humanity." He looked at the stars and smiled faintly. "Now you'll remember." The forgotten weapon after the battle. Silence filled the empty space around Arin's ship. The enemy had pulled back, but he knew they would return. His ship was damaged, power low, weapons nearly empty. He needed something stronger, something that could end the fight before it began. As he searched the old star maps, the AI spoke. "Captain, I have located a human signal from an ancient colony world." Arin's heart beat faster. "Set a course," he said. The Solace jumped through hyperspace and reached a dead planet. The surface was dark, covered in ash and frozen dust. Arin landed near the ruins of a city. Human symbols still marked the walls, faded, broken, but familiar. He walked into an underground vault where the air was cold and heavy. There, in the center, he found a massive terminal glowing faintly blue. The words appeared on the screen. Project EOS. Access restricted. Arin placed his hand on the console. The AI recognized his command code and unlocked the files. Project EOS was not just a weapon. It was something powerful enough to silence entire star systems. A weapon designed to end wars by fear alone. Arin stood there in silence, thinking of what humanity had built. Was this their greatest creation or their greatest mistake? He whispered softly. We wanted peace. But we built destruction. The AI spoke again. "Captain, the weapon core is still active beneath the surface." Arin stared into the darkness and replied, "Then maybe it's time to wake it up." Far above, unseen by him, Kareth's fleet was already on its way. Following his trail, the Alliance of Fear, the signal of Project EOS, spread through the galaxy like fire through dry air. Every empire, every species, every ruler felt it in their bones. They remembered the old stories, about humans, about their wars, about their wrath. Fear returned to the stars, quiet but powerful, on the Vorn homeworld. Commander Kareth stood before the High Council. He showed them Arin's image, grainy and distorted. "This human has found something," he said. "Something dangerous," one elder whispered. "If the humans rise again, none of us will survive." Across the galaxy, enemies became allies overnight. The Vorn, the Shakar, the Valeth, and the old machine clans, all of them gathered their fleets under one command. Not for power, not for conquest, but out of fear of one human. They called the mission Operation Silence. Meanwhile, on the dead planet, Arin activated Project EOS. The AI warned him, "Multiple fleets approaching, Captain." "All hostile." Arin looked up at the stars and smiled. "So, they finally come together. Fear does make good friends." He opened the communication channel, sending a message across the galaxy. 6 words echoed in every alien command room. "You destroyed us once. Never again." Those words spread faster than light. Some called it a threat, others called it prophecy. But everyone felt the same thing. The fear of humanity had returned. And this time it spoke with one voice. The silence before the storm. The galaxy prepared for war. Fleets gathered on the edge of forgotten human space. Hundreds of alien ships surrounded the silent system where Arin waited. The stars themselves seemed to hold their breath. Arin sat inside his ship, watching the scanners fill with enemy signals. The AI said, "The odds of survival are below 1%. Arin smiled faintly. "Then we'll make it a memorable 1%. He connected the Solace to the EOS core. The planet shook as ancient systems came alive. Far away, Kareth's fleet entered orbit. He whispered, "End this before he ends us." But before they could fire, a voice filled their radios, calm and steady. "You still don't understand," Arin said. "Humanity doesn't die, it waits." The EOS reactor roared to life, its energy spreading like light through the darkness. Every ship froze, systems failing. Captains staring in fear, Kareth clenched his fists. "He's going to destroy everything." Arin stood tall, eyes calm and cold. "This ends now," he whispered. As the stars began to dim, when the final human spoke, the EOS weapon pulsed with light, spreading across the system like the heartbeat of a dying star. Alien ships trembled as their systems failed one by one. For the first time in 1,000 years, the galaxy stood still. Arin hovered over the final command, one word away from destruction. But then the AI spoke. "New signal detected. Human origin." Arin opened the feed and saw coordinates beyond the galactic rim. Cryopods, hundreds, maybe thousands. All human, all still alive. Kareth's voice came through, weak and shaking. "You were never the last." "Vale, we kept some of you." "Hidden." Rage filled Arin's heart, but so did hope. He looked at the stars and said softly, This is humanity's rebirth. The EOS weapon shut down, its light fading like a dying sun across the galaxy. The stars flickered and then glowed brighter. Cryopods began to open on forgotten worlds. Humans stepped into the light once more, and as Arin's final message echoed through the void, the galaxy fell silent, not from fear this time, but from awe.